Okay, might as well just dive right into it. Um, Welcome to a new segment. I'm gonna call this the Stuck TV Watching Vlogs. Don't know if I'll keep that name. I already have the Stuck Movie Watching Vlogs. This is not gonna be a monthly segment. This is just gonna be a segment whenever I have something to talk about. And I do, in fact, have something to talk about today. Um, and I was given this idea through my friend Movie Man Chad. He said that, I should vlog about a show that I've never seen before. If I sit down and I binge watch it, vlog about it. And that's what this is going to be. I don't want to necessarily call this a review, because this isn't really going to be in depth. My thoughts are going to be all over the place on this, so I apologize. I'm mostly just going to do my normal wrangling and all that stuff. So, but yeah, let's talk about the show Smallville. Smallville came out, premiered in 2001, and I've never seen a single episode, ever. I saw a few minutes of the pilot when it premiered, but because I had something else on at the same time, I didn't watch it, and therefore I never watched the show, even though I did have somewhat of an interest. However, my sister watched it from beginning to end. She watched every hold on a second. I believe she watched every episode when it aired, but she's seen every episode, and that is because of, this is heavy, and I don't even have the whole package to, anyway, this fat mother scrubber right here, the Smallville box set, heavy as can be, and I don't even have this. Looking at, hold on a second. Let me put this part of it so I can feel the intense weight of this monstrosity. Holy crap, this thing is huge. It is heavy. Smallville, the complete box set. I got this for her a couple of Christmases back. Got a good deal on it. When this thing came out, I think it was like $250. I paid like $115, and I look on Amazon today. They have a special, ironically, for $95. Still a lot of money, but a whole lot cheaper than when it first came out, and cheaper than when I got it. But I'm not complaining, because she's used it. It's been in use, so it was worth the money. And when I got this box set, I got it for her, but I also got it for me, because I thought, okay, eventually I am going to watch this series. So I decided that last year, she watched the entire thing during the summer, when all of the network shows on hiatus. I figured I would do the same thing this year. All my shows on hiatus, I'm gonna conquer this bad boy. 10 seasons! That is unbelievable. 10 seasons this thing was on. And some say that's way too long. And, well, I say it too. I haven't even, watched this whole thing, but I know that it lasted way too long. Anyway, I'm here to talk about season 1. You really have if you've never felt this box set, you really don't understand how heavy it is until you actually fill it up. But it's a beautiful box set, and I'm not here to show off the box set. This isn't an unboxing, but I am here to talk about the show eventually. I'm already 4 minutes in the video. So season 1, okay, like I said, I've never seen a single episode, and I knew that, going into it, it was going to be a bit corny, especially because this is coming from 14 years ago, which is quite a trip, because they put a lot of great music in this show. Music that, some of which I still listen to it, and now it hits me like, holy shit, this music is like 14 years old. That makes me feel very old. Anyway, it's like every decade a TV show has a new standard, and now the standards are pretty high. Thank you, Breaking Bad. Standards are pretty high for TV, both on network and cable. So I knew that this was a more simpler time, the early 2000s. So definitely I knew there was going to be some dated special effects, some acting that's imperfect, some writing that's, just not to just give you a fun, maybe a slightly emotional feeling during the week. It's definitely the kind of show you watch during the week, just to kind of forget your troubles. But anyway, already 5 minutes into it, and I haven't said shit about this. Beautiful little image right there. See, just what a sexy cast. Everybody is so sexy in this show. I like this show. So far, I like it. This first season definitely made me understand why the show had a following. I mean, of course, there's the whole Superman thing and the origin of Superman, something that was already showed before, but still, this was done in a very nice fashion where they could take their time and just really make you care about Clark Kent as opposed to just Superman. But as for Tom Welling, I really like the guy. The guy really just has that essential Clark Kent look. He's very handsome. He's got these he's got this innocent look to him, and he's a very likable guy. So I'm really digging the way Tom Welling is playing Clark Kent, and it's really neat to see him learn about his abilities and so forth. Lana Lane, played by Kristen Kirk, she's adorable, undeniably adorable, and it's easy to see why Clark Kent likes her so much. She's a very sweet girl, very smart, and like I said, incredibly likable. And it makes it very clear that in the first season that these two like each other, they dig each other, they keep giving each other Google eyes and just kind of flirting here and there, despite the fact that Lana has a boyfriend, who I'll talk about in a second, but she I couldn't help but think in some certain scenes, just bone already, just bone, even though Clark Kent would have killed her and you wouldn't have known it. Anyway, her boyfriend, Whitney, one of the weakest characters in this season. He really doesn't offer much other than the fact that he stands in the way of Clark's, happiness. He wants to be with Lana, but she's with somebody. And he's not a very... It's funny that this guy was part of the main cast, but he's not very... He doesn't really offer much. He's kind of a bland character, so I'm going to stop talking about him now. But now he joined the Marine Corps, so cool. Yes, I'm going to have a few minor spoilers. This is a series that is 14 years old. I think it's allowed. You should really be watching this if you've experienced this show or you really don't care about spoilers. I'm not going to really spoil too much, but... if you have any interest in the show, definitely give it a shot. That's what I'm going to say. So, this dude right here, with, Pete, I don't know, I hope he becomes something special during the show, because, season 1, he's really just a friend of Clark. That's it. But Chloe, she is great. What the hell is her name? Allison Mack. She is great. This character, Chloe, is really... cute and smart. It creates a love triangle between Clark, Lana, Whitney, and what the hell, Chloe. Because Chloe really likes Clark, and Clark likes her. They're best friends, and they kind of start to feel each other, And I like that. I like their relationship and their banter. And she's a very great character. Like, she is, like, her and Lana are so much alike, but yet Chloe is a little more spirited. You know, she has more spirit, more energy, more, I would say, aspirations in life. I like her character. I really enjoy nearly every moment she's on screen. I like this guy, I forget his name, but Jonathan Kent, you know, that's the character. I like the way he portrays Clark's dad, adopted dad, even though his constant bickering towards Lex Luthor gets really old. Like, he's just constantly giving Lex Luthor a hard time, and in some instances I get it, but in other cases I'm like, just get over it, dude. And I'll talk about Lex in a minute. Annette O'Toole as Martha Kent, you know, she's just the standard character. She's the loving mother, the loving, you know, character. She's pretty much there for exposition, because during nearly every episode, Clark basically talks to her, and it kind of reveals a lot of plot points that are to come. So she doesn't really have a whole lot to offer except exposition, I'm afraid. Let me talk about John Glover as Lionel Luthor. I like this guy for some reason. I wish he was in every episode, to be honest. There's something about this guy. I remember this character from Gremlins 2. He's a really wacky character. But this guy just has that presence, that he commands your attention, that he's in the room, he's entered the room, and he has this, like, thunderous personality. You know he's a douchebag, you know he's a dick, but you just can't help but enjoy his presence. You just can't wait to see what he's gonna say and do next. And the constant battle between the Luthors, Lex and Lionel, is really engaging. I really dig it. Now, as for Michael Rosenbaum, is that his name? Rosenbaum, whatever, as Lex Luthor, absolutely my favorite actor and character in this show. He is so intriguing. I mean, the Lex Luthor character is fascinating to begin with, but I dig the way this guy portrays Lex Luthor, at least in this season. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how much more villainous he gets. But here, he's obviously not a villain, but he's not entirely the nicest guy either. He tries to be nice, he tries to be sympathetic, he tries to be caring, but at the same time, he's all about business, he's about making money, he's about the search for the truth, and I dig that about him. He's a very layered character, multi-layered character, and I'm really into the way Michael Rosenbaum portrays him. I like the friendship that him and Clark have formed, but of course, you know, he's really curious about Clark. You know how the story goes. You know, Clark will eventually become a superhero, and Lex can see that. But I really like the way they build this friendship, and I totally buy it. They have good chemistry together, and I'm telling you, I really dig the Lex Luthor character. Now, as for the special effects, there's not much to comment on, because they're very dated, obviously, and it's hard not to laugh at some of them, because they look so incredibly bad, but yet you had a low budget, and it's a season 1 budget, your typical season 1, early 2000s budget, and so I'm accepting of it, and I actually like looking at old-fashioned special effects. Sometimes it's something unique about it. We've seen all these elaborate special effects nowadays. The Flash has awesome special effects. It's great to see how far we've come, but it's, I guess, humbling to see where it started, basically. And you could tell that they held back in this season, that I could tell that they had some very high aspirations for this season, for this series, but they couldn't really do a whole lot with this season due to budget restraints. So they really focused on the characters, the storytelling, and I definitely got that vibe. Even though they give you a villain every episode, some are more powerful than others, some are a little lame, but I know that they tried with this, and I appreciate the effort done in season one. In fact, I would say it's a very strong first season because, again, you've established these characters, you've established these relationships, and I really like the way everything is told. I'm going to, just for the hell of it, beautiful little packaging. This is a little note. I guess a notepad gives you an episode guide, and it also has a replica of the Daily Planet. I'll show that off probably later. I want to hurry this up because I want to get started on season 2. That's how you know you have a good show, when you're anxious to start the next season, and I'm very anxious. I want to get to it. As you can see, the iconic Smallville image, especially from season 1, and you gotta dig this. This is beautiful. I'm gonna quickly go down the episodes just to see. I'm tempted to show you this booklet. It's beautiful artwork. But yeah, the pilot was good. It was a great solid pilot. Metamorphosis, that was okay. The Hothead episode was kind of silly. You had the dad from the Wonder Years playing a football coach who got so angry that he was able to create fire. It was kind of silly. Definitely, like every show, it stumbles in the beginning, and this show is no exception. I'm not... Okay, I want to get to this one. Craving, number 7. It was so adorable to see Lizzie Kaplan. Oh my god, to see her guest star. She was a nobody, obviously. But she looks so young and so cute. Oh, she's so cute. She plays a girl who, not Craving, I'm sorry, X-Ray. She plays a girl who can, wait, which one is it? Is it X-Ray? Clark is starting to discover... No. Shit, I don't know which one it is. Anyway, Lizzie Kaplan plays a shapeshifter. She can shape into anyone, which that's some really bad CGI when she turns into Lex Luthor. It is awful. So bad. But again, it's a dated show. I'm not going to really judge it, but, it was just so cute seeing her. And, Amy Adams, she guest stars as a fat girl who is so desperate to lose weight, and she finds a way to do that with kryptonite. Amy Adams looks the same. Like, from 2001 to now, she looks the same. Maybe a bit hotter, I would say. But, Tony Todd was in this. That's awesome. Candyman himself. Adam Brody, who still looks the same. It's pretty funny. He did a good job. It was a trip to see the guest stars. That these people weren't stars, but they are now. So it's cool to see them back then. What else? I mean, there's a lot to say. All I really want to say is that I really enjoyed it. I really liked the episode, which one is it? Stray. Number 16, Stray. Where you meet this young boy who's able to read minds, and he's forced by his stepdad and his girlfriend to rob people. For example, they want to know the combination of a safe. He can see it in his mind. He can read this person's mind, and that's how they do it. He escapes, and he is taken under the wing of the Kents, and it's a really sweet and I guess sentimental episode. It's also very exciting. So I really like that. And the guy, obviously he's a grown man now, but the kid that played this kid was awesome. I don't know. To me, that's one of my favorite episodes. I can't give you like a whole list of my favorite episodes. It's just a really great show. Now, I won't lie. There were some episodes that didn't have my complete attention. Like, if I would watch it here in my room, I'm right here with my computer, too, so there will be times when I'll be looking on the internet for stuff. I don't like to do that when I watch a show or a movie, especially if it's a really good show or a movie. But there were times when I got a little bored and I would surf the net while watching an episode or two. But overall, I'm very interested in this show. I can't wait to continue it. I don't know when it's gonna start to go, when it's gonna, dip in quality, and I don't want to know. I want to see it for myself. But so far, I do like the show a lot. It's cute, it's funny, it's exciting. God, I feel like the first 3 episodes were getting on my nerves, though, because it seems like every time Clark would meet a certain foe, they conveniently had kryptonite, which Clark doesn't know kryptonite hurts him yet. Well, he does now, but, at the time, it's like they always conveniently had some sort of kryptonite, and it used to affect Clark, and they did that 3 times in a row, where finally in the 4th episode they changed that. So that was one thing that kind of bothered me, but they did change that. I guess that's about it. I mean, I'm sure there's more I can mention, but it's not easy for me to review an entire season. I don't want to call this a review, but there's a lot you could talk about. There's a lot you could say. There's a lot of negatives I could point out, but I don't want to. I'm enjoying the show. I'm glad I have this set. I did pretty well because I finished the show, the first season, which is 21 episodes, within a week. And I would have been done within 4 days, because the first 2 days I saw a total of 12 episodes. I did really well with day 3, day 4, but there came a day where I didn't watch it because I had stuff to do and I was watching a movie or something. I could have been done with it in a few days, but I got a little sidetracked during the week. So within a week, I finished the first season. So that's pretty good. I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish this whole box set, and I do want to try to watch the special features. So anyway, so far I am satisfied with this season 1. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm glad Whitney is off to the Marine Corps because he was really annoying. And yeah, Tom Welling, dude, you know, why hasn't this guy done more work? He's a good actor. I like this guy. I guess I'm gonna cut it from there. Sorry if this video was unusual, but I want to just keep a record. You know, I want to keep a record of how I feel about this show in season 1, and we'll see how it goes as the seasons progress. We'll see how my attitude is when it all ends. So, anyway, thank you for watching. If you have indeed watched, what are some of the memories that you have from season 1? If you've seen the show, feel free to put spoilers, just as long as you just keep it towards season 1. I'm gonna start season 2. I don't want to see any spoilers for season 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Just keep it confined to season 1. What are some of the twists that you liked? What are some of the characters that you liked? I'm sorry if I didn't cover something you wanted to hear about. Feel free to ask me what I thought about this and that and that and this. And we can have a discussion on Smallville if you choose to do that. And also, if you haven't seen the show, would you ever want to see the show? Whatever. Just comment down below. Comment about Superman. Batman if you want. That's always cool. And thank you for watching. I am gonna go. I'm gonna start season 2, and I'll be back whenever I'm done with it. So again, peace. Watch it.